Hey, great news everyone! This is Elite Dangerous on PC. I haven't been recording anything in a while because I moved, and if I do sound different, it's because I'm in a different room. I need to get some sound editing foam or something here. But as you can see, we got a menu here. We got training, which is meh. Start, which we're going to click. You have several options. You have open play, which is full-blown online MMO, which is what this game really is. You have private group, which basically just allows you to join a group of your friends in solo play, I believe. I've never done it. And there we have solo play. Solo play is online. Everything you do online affects the online universe, but other players aren't there. It's like your own little private instance. If you are new to the game, you should do solo play. Because if you don't, people will find you and screw you up. Badly. Kill you, you know. It's... Unless you're looking for PvP, honest to God, it's solo play. I mean, or you want to see other players. And this game is really weird. It's really hard to tell solo NPCs from other players. It's really weird. And then you have Arena, which is like PvP, like Call of Duty, FPS, you know, just, you know, shoot each other, not an MMO, just an online deathmatch, basically. That's what Arena is. But we are going to do solo play. I've never done the PvP side of it, so, you know. You see this little orange dealie? That's what the HUD in the game usually looks like. Everything on the screen is usually orange like this, right? But in a second, you're going to see a different color. And that is my ship. It is a Viper Mark IV. And see how everything's green? That is in your settings. Not in the in-game settings, but in like an INI file. It's very complicated. It's something I learned to do. You probably see that a lot when people play this game where their colors are different. The UI is different. It's a little difficult to learn to do. But if you want to learn how to do that, there's videos on the internet. I'm not going to talk about how to do that, but that is something you can do. They just allowed us to do that. And I had an incoming message, so let's see what this is. Probably power play. Yes, it is. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. See, right now it's Q and E. Oops. Fuck you. Okay, this. Okay. Q and E to cycle through these, right? Okay. And then A and D to go back and forth. And then W and S. It's very complicated. But we're going to go to Starport Services, and this is A and S. Up and down. And then it's the space bar, not the enter key. It took me forever to figure that out. It's always the space bar. Don't even think the enter key does anything. We're going to go to the mission board. I was going to do a big loopy thing like I do where you take several missions and fly around, do some serious space trucking. But I'm only going to do one mission right now, just to make it quick and simple. Make this game easy. Make a little short video. Okay, right here, we got a boom delivery. See this little icon right there? That means we're going to land on a planet. This boom delivery is just another station. You know what? Let's accept this one. Let's do the planet one. Exit, okay. And then we hit the M key, bring up the map. Zoom out. Holy crap, it's way out there. Ah, shit. Okay, here we go. Bloop. Go to the solar system map. Let's see, there we are. Click on that. click on the planet map. This is the planet we're going to be landing on, and that is the base. Click it. Pilot route. Pilot route. There we go. Just click back, just to see how many jumps it is. Holy shit. 1, 3. Whatever. This game is a very complex game. There's all kinds of stuff I'm not even going to cover, but we are going to cover the basics. In this space trucking simulator, there is a lot more to it. There is a lot more to this game, right? But right now, I am doing space trucking because it's the easiest way. Make sure there's no one else taking off. It's going to fly up. There's a ship. It's going to fly into me. Woo, joystick. Okay. Oop, I'm upside down. I only know that from playing this game. Green should be on the right. Take off.
Flight assist off.
Okay, I just turned flight assist off. You want to know how realistic this game is? We do have Battlestar Galactica physics. Whoa! Oh, look! Ooh, that is pretty. That is a Earth-like planet, and there's another one nearby. Where the hell is the station I just took off from?
Clear the station perimeter. Take care, Commander.
I was hoping to find the station I just took off from. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. We are drifting away from it, right? This particular solar system is very interesting. We have 2 Class M planets, or whatever you want to call them. That's another ship over there. Orbiting each other, like circling each other, and they're both between the 2 of them, orbiting the sun, right? This is a crazy game. That planet, from where I'm normally sitting, is in the path of the sun. You can, looking at that, I mean, the star. This is a single star solar system. We have binary, trinary, 4 or 5. You know, yeah. Whoa, what the? Oh, that's the station. Oh. It's occluded. Everything moves in real time. Everything in this solar system moves in real time. Everything has orbiting times, all that shit. Let's go full throttle, turn flight assist back on. There we go. So you never know for sure where things are going to be. Real-time online universe. And let's go to the map quick here, just to show you this. Zoom way the hell out. It's the Milky Way. There are about 4 or 40 or something billion star systems. There are 99% of these star systems no one's been to. It's a crazy game. And Earth is there. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to raise my reputation with the Federation in order to get a permit to go to Earth. When you log in the Milky Way. Well, actually, Milky Way is the galaxy, but in this, you know, I don't know, 40 light years from Earth. And you can't go to Earth. You got to get permission by ranking up your standing with the Federation. And I'm about to show you. Normally I just jump to the next system right now, but I'm going to show you how this works. Right now we are at normal flight. Max speed is 278. I'm not 100% sure if that's kilometers an hour or whatever. This is impulse power, basically, right? I don't have to jump to Super Cruise. I can immediately hit my frame shift drive and jump to the next star right now because I have it locked in. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into warp.
Frame shift drive charging.
Which is called Super Cruise in this game.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Now, watch that planet. Whee! Let's look over to it. I'm using the mouse to do this. There's the star. There it goes. Oh, and yeah, and if you look at things, it brings it up. This is VR capable. And there we go, meters per second, and we can go like, God, way past the speed of light, even in this mode. But normally what I would do is I would have just hit this button without going into warp. And it's like transwarp or jump. You'll see it in a second. To jump between solar systems. And you always jump to the star. 3, 2, 1, engage. Bloom. Here we go. Look at this shit. And in a second, you're going to see the star. Yep, you can kind of see it right now. Popping out. It is very pretty. Whoa, there's the star. And we're going to go to the next system. And there's my fuel scoop. Once you get a certain... Oops. Hold the shift button to zoom out a little bit. Where is it? There we go. Bootis. Ah! You have to jump between stars, then you go from there. Normally, the radar on screen, actually, the readout has the orbital lines. It draws these weird yellow lines to show the orbiting patterns of planets. But I have that shut off right now, just because it seems more immersive with it off. You can turn it on. The game's easier with it on. I would leave that on if you're new. But I just have it off right now. I'll probably, you know what? Here, let me, once we get to the solar system that we're going to go to the planet in, I'll turn them on so you can see what they look like. Whoa! And apparently our ships run off of the same thing stars are made of. Stardust or whatever. That'll be a different video. There's another ship flying away over there. Come on, radar. There we go. Zoom my radar out. And I have a fuel scoop on this ship. And the customizations to these ships is almost EVE Online, you know, complex. It is actually very, very in-depth. Okay, there's the planet showing up on my little lefty radar. Got the compass there next to it. I don't want to get too close to the star, we'll burn up. And yes, everything's collidable. Okay, we can see the 4 button. Should be under functions, orbital lines. Should be the D key, or... Oh, God damn it. Spacebar, there we go. And there they are! There's all the orbital lines. And it's something reach. It's 4,900 something light seconds away. That little timer down there is like 6 minutes and something. That's like time to destination, but there's 2 different ways of setting it. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I originally thought it was, this is how long it'll take at your current speed, and we're doing 20 times the speed of light right now. Just increasing. But that's not right. So I'm not 100% sure how that works, but it is a very useful tool when it comes to approaching things. Because this is kind of a space flight sim, right? Spaceship flight simulator. So every little bit of information you have is useful. I mean, no, shit you not. If I were to point at a planet or a star or a moon at, what have we, crossing the 43 times the speed of light, 44, 45, and I can't hit it. You can fly right into it and die. It's crazy. And if I was in open mode, it is PvP damn near everywhere. There's certain areas where stations will shoot at you if you fire at someone. They're called no-fire zones, but you can still do it. It's a very hardcore game. Okay, 28, 27, 26. We get down into like the 15, 10, under 20 mark. We want to start slowing down just a little bit. See those blue lines? That's just to show you the planet. And the closer you are to an orbital body, something that has gravity, the lower your top speed. So the closer I get to this planet, if this is real, well, first of all, we wouldn't be traveling in a straight line, we'd be accelerating. The way this game works is it slows you down. Something about mass and gravity, it limits your top speed. It's weird. You'd be flying to a station orbiting a planet or a moon. Sometimes you get a little bit too close to the planet, next thing you know, you're slow-boating it. It's just the way this game is. See, you can see all the orbital lines, right? Everything on the screen, all these blue circles, orange lines would be gone the way I had it set up. But I turned them on just so you can see it. Okay, we want to slow down. The general rule for this, that bottom timer, is the slower you go, the higher it is, the faster you go, which means I gotta speed up, actually. The lower it is. You want to get it around 6. So if you can get it around 6, there we go. As you approach this moon, your ship will start to slow down because it's getting closer to a mass. You can look over there on the left. We got our speed, which is blue. Distance. Okay. This doesn't really apply here, but when you enter this planet, and that blue line that just popped up is the gravitational, like, atmosphere, what you want to call it. And these planets do rotate in orbit real time. Most planets are tidally locked, some do rotate. It just depends. We do need to position ourselves. You can't come in at a straight down angle. You have to create a glide slope. Glide slope. And there's our little atmospheric flight stuff popping up. There, my speed's in the blue, I'm safe to enter. You want to come in at an angle. Although there's no atmosphere, I don't know why they do that. Put more into the game. Right now, you can only land on moons and planets that don't have atmospheres. There we go. Before Horizons, this is as far as you can get. But we're going to fly at this little thing. This is where this base is at. Everything in the our actual galaxy that we know of is in this game. Alpha Centauri, everything. And everything past that, where it's just a guess, it's all procedurally generated. So, wow, this is actually kind of neat. What is that? Is that like lava rock? I don't think I've landed here before. Yep, there you see the base. And don't worry about this. We're in orbital flight. Once you get to a certain... Here we go, dropping from orbital cruise. We're going to hit a glide, right? And then about this time, I hit X on the keyboard, which cuts the throttle. Just to make sure... Ooh, this is really cool. Just to make sure that we don't hit it. It looks like we're going to hit it, but watch this. There we go. Look at that. This is almost like No Man's Sky level of stuff is different all the time. It's really neat. And another thing, see how we're just hovering here? Let's turn flight assist off.
Flight assist off.
We start to fall. The gravity's pulling us towards the station. That's probably the place. See, we're falling? Turn flight assist back on.
Flight assist off.
So what we do is, yep, authority vessel. Hit 1. Hit the E key. Spacebar, D, request docking. Light pad 1. Okay, and there is like side shift in this game. Whoa, don't hit the tower. You have to come into these landing pads from a certain angle. There's another ship. Drop my landing gear. Turn my lights on, just for the hell of it.
Landing gear deployed.
Heavy traffic around this facility. Proceed with caution.
You think? What the hell is that? Oh, look, that's neat, little skimmer. You think you'd be able to come from any angle, but you'll figure it out eventually. There's only one direction you can land on these damn things. The number one's on the opposite side, the way you need to be facing. Then we got this little ramp that you go by. It's got a triangle on it, but you can't see it. And once we get a little bit close, we got this. Changes into landing mode. X. See it's blue. Let's level up. Let's drop down. And touchdown. Since we are in solo play.
Landing completed. Engaging docking restraints. This facility is currently on lockdown. Certain areas will be restricted.
Yeah. We don't have to enter the base, but if you are in online play, you want to because it's a dick move to just stay on the landing pad. But we are going to enter the hangar just so you can see what it looks like. And you can't do anything, you have to wait for this to go through. And damn, that's hard to read out there. Go to Starport Surfaces. Go to the mission board. You can use the mouse in this window right here. Otherwise, mouse is only for looking at a certain button. And we turn this in. There we go. Back. Let's refuel. There we go. But like I said, this game is very in-depth. And I'll probably make another video after this. Let's return to the surface. Return to the surface just brings us back up to where we were. Launch automatically hits launch once it gets up there, but we're going to return to surface first. It's just something that I do. Let's go into the map. Bring up our bookmarks to go back home. Nano-mam. There we go. I just have my station I operate out of bookmarks, and I believe it's Han Gateway. Ooh, come on. And what I like to do is, once I hit launch, I like to spam the X key just to make sure my throttle's at idle. It's not the best throttle. We accelerate up, change landing gear, and my destination star is behind and below me. If it was above the horizon, we could point at it. Once where the mass lock, little blue square, is gone, we can just jump to the next system. But we can't do that right now.
You're clear of the port. Good luck, Commander.
The way mass lock works is, if you're too close to something, you can't jump. But since we can't jump frame shift drive, or transwarp, or jump, whatever you want to call it, from this angle, and I'm hostile in this system? Oh well. What we do is we go into Super Cruise.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yep, escape vector. There we go.
4,
Which is about 90
3,
degrees.
2, 1, engage.
And then we just let this do its thing. Get out of the atmosphere, although there isn't an atmosphere. Get a little farther away, and now we're mass locked again, which means I can't charge the frame shift drive. There we go. I just noticed the planet's still selected, and it shouldn't be. So something weird's going on. Let's go back into the map. This stuff happens from time to time. I might have bumped something. Yeah, it's not set. There we go. Set route. Exit. There we go. Got the compass. Turn. Pull up. So I might have been able to do that. Sometimes things just don't take. This game's weird that way. The ship I'm in is like a heavy multi-purpose fighter. The way it's set up, it's actually almost perfect for Han Soloing missions, you know, running illicit stuff. I just have to work on my stealthiness, like running without shields, with stuff turned off so I can't be scanned as easy. But I don't hardly ever do that. Ooh, that is bright. And I tend to fly upside down like this. Well, where things I need to avoid are at the top because you can see farther. Don't want to get too close to that sun.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I'm getting too close. Heat's up. Yep. Oh shit! Please jump before I get too hot.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Whee! And there's a way to fuel scoop. You just orbit the sun at a close enough distance that you scoop fuel, but far enough away that you don't overheat.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm going to be making videos showing a lot of the stuff in this game later on. But right now, I am just grinding status to get this soul permit right now. This is a very, very fun game. If you ever wanted to fly your own little airplane spaceship, like flight sim spaceship around the galaxy, excuse me, doing whatever basically the hell you want to do, this is the game for you. I mean, you could fly at rings around planets, drop out at any point on the ring. You just gotta aim for it, get your speed right, and you can mine it if you got a mining ship, or a ship set up for mining. You can do exploration, combat. This ship has lasers on it. You're not seeing me use them right now. You can have like a liner, like a cruise liner, haul passengers now. Oh, I'm going too fast. I wasn't paying attention. And I'm gonna make sure not to hit any. I'm gonna overshoot this. Make sure not to hit anything. That's the sim side of it. Zoom back around. Speed back up a little bit. There we go. Try to get it around 6, 5, 9. 9's close enough at this distance. There's the two. See, now you can see it. You can see that the rings, those two planets are orbiting each other. Okay, now here we go. We got the distance and the speed. The distance and the speed both have to be in the blue to drop out of Super Cruise. Well, you can drop out at any time, although if you drop out at too fast a speed, there's a way of doing it. You'll take damage, you'll go spinning out of control, but you'll stop to jump out at the right place. These are normally blue planets. It's just time of the night, day, or year, or something, I guess. To actually be within distance to dock to the station, you gotta wait till those are at the same, both in the blue, and then the way I have my keyboard mapped, I hit the C button. The V button would probably work. C Super Cruise, V's frame shift for me. You do have to map your keys quite a bit. Holy crap! I've been playing this all night, and those planets have always been blue. It's just positioned where it's neat like that. We're looking at the dark side of it. And the docking point of the stations tend to point towards the planets, or whatever they're orbiting, so that does help. And the angle you come out of warp affects what angle you come to the station. It's all that's there. This is kind of a separate instance, however. Like, if we were to drop down to this speed in the middle of space, you can't see anything flying by a Super Cruise, or you know, like if you want to wait for somebody, like if you're hunting somebody that's going to come out of frame shift into Super Cruise, you need to be in Super Cruise. You can't sit perfectly still, like at the speed we're at now, and see them. That's the single thing about this game that kind of bothers me is, for some reason, when we're at our regular impulse speed, our sensors can't see anywhere near as far as it can when we're flying faster. That doesn't make any damn sense, right? But whatever. Okay, this is a station. There are outposts that you just land on the outside of. But this is a station. And I'm lining up with it more than I need to just to show you. There's another ship. Look at that. Oh, that's a beluga. That's one of the new liners. Just like flight assist is a thing, there's a thing called rotational correction, which is always on unless you turn it off. Unless you're looking for a laugh and you're in a ship you don't mind exploding, don't turn it off. What rotational correction does is, once you're inside a station that's spinning, it compensates for it so you don't have to keep turning. Once you're in it, once you're in a station like this, as far as your ship is concerned, it's not spinning anymore. However, in order to dock, you have to physically adjust to it like it's a flight simulator. Hold left on that stick. Let's go to contacts, on gateway, request docking. And you have 10 minutes to dock.
Landing pad 1-4.
The general rule is dock on the green side, and the green side should, if you want to be right side up, the green side's on your right side, going in and coming out. And I'm speeding. Anything over 100 miles per hour, or kilometers, whatever, out in this type of situation is speeding outside the station. That's more of an online thing, just to get people to slow down, so ships do collide. If you collide hard enough, you will blow up. If not, if it's a light tap, or if you're in a big ship, hit something small, you bounce off it, but you will take damage. And I'm having to compensate. Now that I'm through this little blue thing, 1-4, there it is, I don't have to compensate anymore. And I believe this is an agricultural station.
1,000 meters.
Drop my gear, which I drop my gear so it's going to slow me down, just like if I deploy hard points, which is my guns are behind doors and they come out. If I were to deploy them, the ship would slow it down even more, and I would get a warning by the station, because they'd be like, why do you have your guns out? Put them away. You know. And if you try docking without permission, or you don't, for some reason you don't get land on the docking pad in the time permitted, they will get very angry. They will blow you up. Blip, 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 and I'm taking it easy. I usually land faster than this. Pull back and then use my hat switch to land. Enter here, and let's just go. Let's shut my shields off and close my vents.
Shields offline.
That's a whole nother thing to talk about right there. But local Nubu, you'll get no trouble from me, officer. Yeah, they just updated the game. They're always adding stuff to this game. There's a lot more local chat. I don't know why. No, I can see that. That doesn't make any sense. But they've added a bit to the game. They're just when I first started playing this, well, right after I started playing this, they just implemented landing on planets. That's what Horizons is. Elite Dangerous, the core game, the base game, is what you're looking at minus landing on planets. There's a lot of other shit that's stuff that you can't access that I'm not showing you, but from what you've seen is landing on that moon or planet or whatever it was. That's not a thing. But if you get Horizons, I'm not sure what the pricing is right now. I bought it back when people were very angry at the developers and the owners of the company. They were charging like $30 per expansion, right? Now, if you get Elite Dangerous Horizons, which, you know, Horizons, land on planets, you got a horizon, that's where they got the name from. It's supposed to be a season pass for every expansion from now on. So if you, I would recommend just get, I don't know, just look into it. See if it's way cheaper to get Horizons off the bat, and this is something you might want to, you think you're going to really like, other than buying it separately, then get Horizons. If not, if it's the same price, now I don't know. Get the base game first and try it out. The Horizons is they changed it to like a season pass. Whether they stick with that, I don't know. But they're talking about adding all kinds of stuff into this game. It's almost like this game is an alpha, but it's a finished game. You know, it's one of those games where they're constantly... Basically, Elite Dangerous, they want to be Star Citizen, but done functionally. Done the right way. Take their time, don't try to rush it. Most computers can play it, you know. They... Actually, when we were on that planet, before I left, I could have landed on the surface anywhere, and I got this little RV rover I could drop off. I could drive around the planet. There is a third-person camera, but it's a debug camera. You can't fly, but you can. Was it control? Shift? Control space? There it is. Shit. There's my ship. I can't remember how to rotate. So there's my ship. Right there. There's a way to rotate it. I can't remember what it is. Nope. But there's an external view of the ship on the pad. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. That's called the debug camera. You can't fly it. This is a first-person only game. But until then, I will see you guys on the flip side, and fly safe, everybody. Not a Scott Manley ripoff. I just say that because I play Eve. See you guys later. Till next time.